How are we going, everybody? We're back in the orchard again today. Now, yesterday we followed up on the quince tree with all those problems, the caterpillars and the pear and cherry slug, and I ended up spraying the tree, well, visiting the day after I did the spray to see what sort of effect it had. And then I reapplied it again that evening. Now, we didn't film that, and on top of the spraying that I did, I actually took a bigger spray of the unit that I've got, 20 litre, and I'll show you that next time. I haven't got it with me now, it's been packed away. And I went around and sprayed 3 rows, but I tried different things with it. I actually sprayed the fruit on some trees, and other trees I had to spray the foliage. And we'll start over here, looking at this plum tree. Now, I'll just take a step back on what the mix is, and what I'm seeing here is that I actually needed to put more product into it. So I did two fillings, basically 2 times 20 litres. The first one, I thought I'll try a mixture, which is basically to the 1 litre ratio. It was meant to be 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of dishwashing liquid, and it averaged out to be about a tablespoon and a bit, or 1.5 tablespoons of CGWS, and about a teaspoon of diatomaceous earth, thereabouts. With the CGWS, and this is what I'm focusing on about, leaving a white film. And why I'm saying that is the more film you leave on the fruit, and it's harmless, you know, to the tree and the fruit itself. It's basically a clay base, and it washes off. It really does wash off. It's only a surface thing that's temporary. Now, the CGWS is meant to leave a really strong film on the fruit. And because I've been mixing it with the oil and the soap, I'm finding that it's becoming a bit more spotted, not as evenly spread. And I think I need to put more into it. So it's diluting it and I think the soap's causing it to not, to remain on the fruit as easily. But still, we've got some coverage. This one here in particular, I think I spent more time spraying around the fruit, the base, rather than on top. But again, you can see there's some spots that I missed. So I've got to pay more attention on my application, because, plus it was a little bit windy, folks. And that's the other thing about it. Even with high wind, if you're worried about overspray and all that, I was covered in, white powder, basically CGWS and diatomaceous. You can't see the oil, but it's safe. It's safe as houses. Let's move on to this one here. This is another plum tree. You can see the leaves have been, it's almost like shot hole all over it. Just little round burn marks. And that's, that is a virus, or not a virus, a disease, I should say, that basically attacked the plant earlier on, and I didn't get out here like I've done in the past, and I've only picked up on it now. So I'm hoping this mixture that I've made, the oil, soap and CGWS combination will have some effect. I mean, the only thing I haven't put in here is bicarb soda. That'll be a powerhouse, wouldn't it, eh? Imagine that, fungicide and insecticide, all natural base, sprayed at the one time. Now, I've sprayed 20, 40, 60 trees so far. That's 40 litres. And I'm actually monitoring them now to see what effect it has on them, other than protecting them from the pests and problems that we've got on them. Meaning, is it going to affect the new growth? Is it going to burn it? Is it going to be dieback? Anything like that, because we need to know before we actually keep promoting it, because that's the first time I'm doing this combination. So having a look here, pear and cherry slug, pear and cherry plum slug, and soon to be renamed again called pear cherry plum apple slug, because it's on bloody everything at the moment. Here, have a look. Did I bring my glasses? I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Is it alive? Let's have a look. Let's see how alive it is. It doesn't look too healthy to me, folks. It obviously copped a beating of the product, even though there's no white film left on it. It's still alive. What's it doing? Is it having a rest? Let's have a look at the underside. There we go. There's the underside of the pear and cherry slug. It's a bloody caterpillar. See it? It's not happy, obviously, because I'm touching it, and it's not happy because it's been sprayed as well. Now, there's still a few on here. Well, if the CGWS hasn't coated that, the oil and soap has for sure. So, how long it takes to knock these out, sometimes it might need 2 applications. That's the truth of it all. Like you saw on my tree, on the quince tree, we'll get out there. I had a second application done to it, so I can knock out what remaining caterpillars were on there. The white film, back to that. Also, I'm hoping it's going to work as a deterrent for the bloody birds. Let's hope if they try to take a nibble on top of that, they get a taste of the clay and the diatomaceous, and they get freaked out and just leave it alone. Can only hope. Do anything about the flies. And another plum tree here that's been hit by aphids earlier on, and parent cherry slug as well. Geez, oh mate. Obviously I don't spend enough time in the orchard, folks. I mean, we did admittedly feed it in September, so pretty late this time around, but at the end of the day, look, we've got plenty of fruit. The trees are strong and vibrant. These sort of insects like the parent cherry slug and aphids, you know, when they get onto them, it's hard pressed to pick up on it before it's a little bit late, and that's what's happened here. So we've got the I'd call them plum aphids, which causes it to curl, similar to that of a nectarine tree, and it just defoliates it almost at the end. And I'm having a close look, but you can't. Yes, here we are. Can you see anything in here? Because I think they all fell out as I unrolled it. I can't tell now. They're minuscule, these little creatures. No, I don't think so in this one. But there's something there. What's all that? Well, you can't see if there are in there, but if there was and anything in there, I'll tell you at the end of the day, all the spraying that I did in here, I would have knocked out most of them. But again, when you get to this stage here, folks, these won't come good. New shoots will come up, but you're better off, and I'm going to have to do that too next. So I've done my sprays. My next step is to cut all this off. It's useless. All this is useless. See all that? There, you're looking at it. All that there, all these shoots, by the way, they have to come out anyway. We're going to lose a couple of plums. Oh, geez, this is ready. It feels like it's ready. Oh, no, it's not ready. Over here, have a look at these apples. Now, I've focused on the lower parts of these trees, and that's the sort of finish you're going to end up having when you get it right. So this is the second batch, I think, and I can see all the other trees moving on from here have got a stronger film finish, or, you know, coating over the top. So I increased it. So in the 1 litre, I did put a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of dishwashing liquid, 2.5 tablespoons approximately. So they were heaped, but they were a little bit more than just heaped because it bonds together. So 2.5 approximately tablespoons of CGWS, and it was 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon of diatomaceous. So I put about 30% more of both powders into it, and now I'm getting a better finish on it. So you can see from the first batch that you saw, it was a bit spotty. You need to get a good covering, because the insects, as small as they are, and a big codling moth, the little moth will come along at night time and just find a little spot where you've missed and lay its egg and destroy your fruit. This one here didn't get any. Why? Because there were no apples on this. Oh, there are. Bugger me. There's some here. Look, there's a cluster there. There's a cluster here. These don't... Seriously. Look at this nuts. 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez, we've got to knock them. Got to take these off. That's too many, folks. Even I don't agree with that many apples in a cluster. That's... Honestly, there's one, let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, because I started from over here. No, 18, sorry. Oh, 19, because I cut one off. That's in one spot. Sorry for moving it around like that. All right, time to thin these out. Oh, come on. Let go. Yeah, you got to let go. That's just too many. That's nuts. Oh, look what's going on in here. Are these ladybirds? Yeah? They're not harlequin bugs. So we've got a whole bunch of lady beetles here, folks. These are the beneficial insects that you want in your garden. I have checked, and I can say this is a convergent lady beetle, a beneficial predator that lives off soft body insects. So it feeds on aphids, whitefly if he can get his hands on it, and many, many more. So these, have a look at it. Sorry, I'll get you back to your feeding quarters. Now, not only have we got these little critters, all right, I taste nice, do I? There you go. So don't worry about the CG. They're way too big an insect to be worried about that, or hard body shell, I should say. So their wings are quite safe. But what we do have in here, look at this bastard. Look at this little critter. There he is. Can you see that? Have a look at these girls. Well, just because we call them ladybirds doesn't mean they're all females, or are they? So folks, this is why I say to spray non-toxic products on your garden. I've got to get this caterpillar out because your predator insects will be here doing their job. They will hiding in here and they come out when they're ready to have a go at all those little critters. Now I want them all over my plum trees. I need them to go out there and take a stronghold. I've got to take all this off. It's not going to be able to grow all those. You know, there's 4 there, and I told you there's 18 in total. And there's also a caterpillar still hiding in here somewhere. So let me get that out and we'll finish off at the quince tree. There you go. Here's a new home for you. Get on here. Get on here. That's the way. You're filming that too? Okay. I've just put some ladybirds on the plum tree that we spoke about with all the aphids and other insects. So spreading the love, folks, that's what we call it. I think I went a little bit too hard on this one. That is thick on. That is super thick. They just, honestly, no. I might have to wash some of this off. The rain's going to wash it off, but I dare say there ain't going to be an insect left on this, and if there is, I dare say it won't be alive. Missed this side. How do you do that? Well, there's proof there, folks, that I don't do my job properly, and there is an insect here. And that's proof in the pudding that wherever you miss spraying on your tree, providing that it's a non-toxic product, the insects will go to the parts where there's no spray has been applied. I'm not saying that's a good thing to have, but the good part about that is that you know it's not toxic, it's non-systemic, so it doesn't travel through the plant sap flow, meaning making it really harsh on the plant, and you know, no good for your fruit or veggies that you're growing. So this is all topical. All I've got to do is come back and spray this side now. Yeah, maybe not as hard as that, but still at the end of the day, some of these leaves, oh geez, that's just like chalk all over it. Look at that. Yeah, it's just a bit too much. You want it similar to, let's say, maybe like this pear tree here, where you get a nice coating over it, a nice film applied, a few spots here and there, a couple of spotty spots, but nothing bad like that, but not to the point where you can't recognise a leaf. And that's just me losing my shit on the other one. Oh well. So from 100% insects inundated all over this plant here, we're down to probably, you'd be lucky if there's 5% left on there. Don't despair. I can imagine what they're saying. Everyone's going, he's lost his mind. I did actually. When I came out here, I was so frustrated. I said, I'm going to drench you. And while you're doing it, it doesn't turn white while it's moist. As soon as it dries up, that's where the white film comes on. It looks like it's in a bad state and disrepair, but I'm going to cut all this off. That's my next stage. I could have done it earlier, but I wanted to get the sprayer on there quicker than worrying about pruning it back. So it's going to get a good prune, and we're going to come back and see it progressively grow and rejuvenate itself, hopefully to good health, and I'm sure it will be. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, for all the great products. We've got CGWS, diatomaceous earth and all that stuff, easy hand sprayers, they're all on special. Black Friday sale is on, folks. It's an extra 15% off everything that's online already discounted. So 15% off extra off the sale price. So it's dirt cheap on everything we have online. And here's another one, folks, that I sprayed, quince, which has got a better spray than the other one. And this is the sort of finish you want to have when you're spraying CGWS. And on that note there too, folks, if you want to avoid paying postage for CGWS or any other products, remember the Black Friday sale is on. Black Grit's on special as well, so you get an extra 15% off the sale price. And if you want to find one of your nearest outlets, we've got Click and Collect across Victoria and some in South Australia. So go to the Click and Collect page and look for an outlet near you. Support your local outlets as they support you, and you save a couple of bucks as well. VasilisGarden.com. From me, Vasili Baresi.